Welcome to the Garage USA. Thanks for tuning in. This week I will be customizing this Matchbox 89 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. So let's go ahead and get this out of the box and take a look at it. There it is. It's actually got a decent metal flake paint job on it. I love the wood grain sides on it. The interior looks okay. It's got a big metal post right in the middle of the back end there. That looks kind of weird, but other than that, it looks alright. Trailer hitch, again, not a fan of those. So luggage rack, nice looking tires and wheels. You know, it's a pretty nice looking little Jeep. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it apart and make some changes to it just to make it that much nicer. It is a plastic base on here, so just need to use the soldering iron to heat up these posts, and then the base will just lift right off. And again, I just have to apply heat to these posts. It does take a little while to get those posts heated up so they'll pull away from the plastic base. Now that's all done, I can lift this out. The rear axle came off, so we'll lift that out. The interior lifts out. Kind of a cheap mold on the interior, but that's what you get these days. Mattel uses a lot of plastic. It's probably a lot cheaper to manufacture. So there's the interior glass and the body. And like I said, the body I'm probably just going to leave alone because they've done a pretty good job on this. I mean, I might add the taillights to it, and there is nothing on the front, so just some real minor detail work on the body itself. So I took the trailer hitch off with a Dremel tool that I just got for Christmas, and I got the base in the helping hands here. I'm going to shoot it with the Tamiya Fine Primer, and then I will work on detailing the base. So after a couple of coats of primer, that's going to be ready for some color. For the base, I'll be using flat black. And I put this in some hot water before I decided to use it, so in an effort to thin out the paint, and so it goes on a little more evenly. While I wait for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and turn my attention now to the interior. I also primed the interior so I can paint that as well. And for the interior, I'll be using the Model Masters leather paint. We've been pretty lucky this year with our mild winter. Temperatures have been, you know, way above normal. However, on Friday, we had some Arctic air move in and kind of brought us into some normal temperatures. The air temperature was 10 degrees below zero with a wind chill of about 40 below zero. And you know, we've been running really above average on temperatures, and I wasn't ready for that. Kind of sucks when you're this far into winter and, you know, you're running in the teens and 20s, and now you're you know, even some days in the 30s, and now you're back into the sub-zero temperatures. But we're almost done with winter. A few more months and we'll start getting some warmer temps. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll let that dry, and while that's drying I will go back to the base and start putting some details on that. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some details. I've got my my liquid chrome pen. I tried to avoid spraying the front as best as I could with the black, and I'm just going to hit this with the chrome. And just get that looking real nice here. I'm going to add some details. You know, the bumper, the grille, the headlights, the parking lights. I'm also going to do the rear bumper, which I did get black paint on, but I'll get that nice and shiny chrome on that as well. I'm just going to add a couple of finer details here with these taillights. Oops, let me get this down here where you can see it a little better. Alright, so we got taillights. I'm also going to put a little bit of chrome across the back of the tailgate like they had on the older Wagoneers. I went out yesterday to La Crosse, Wisconsin, and I stopped at a couple of thrift stores along the way, and I also stopped at a flea market, and I came across some Tootsie toy Jeeps at one of the places, and they were actually pretty cool. I've actually got quite a few Tootsie toys in my own collection, so I'll have to bring those out. I'm sure I've got a few that could use some restoration work. I'll go ahead and I'll let that dry. And now I just need to put this back together. So there's the body, the glass, the interior, and then I just need to put the base on. The base has these little plastic tabs that hold the axles in place, and when I was removing the base, it kind of flexed and released that rear axle, and so that's why that was loose. I did use a dental pick to pry up the little tabs on the front to remove the front axle and tires. So I just have to carefully flex those little plastic tabs back to reinstall the axles and tires. Alright. And there it is. Okay, and now that it's done, let's go have some fun with it. There's actually a little too much snow out here to really play with this thing in the snow, but I'll just set it over here. I did clear a little spot. I'd like to thank you for watching this series of videos. If you enjoyed the video that you just watched, go ahead and click like and subscribe. If you have any questions or would like to contact me directly, send me an email at thegarageusa@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.